Hello, my name is Catalina Garcia, and this is my video response to Week 13's video prompts. So, a couple facts that I learned and were intriguing to me from the video Killing Us Softly, Advertising's Image of Women by Jean Kilberg was that sex is used to sell everything. This is because it draws people's attention to the ad, and they can see what is being sold. For example, an image of a skinny and nearly naked woman was used to advertise a watch that was put on her upper arm instead of her wrist. Another fact that was interesting was that computer users can take parts of women's bodies and manipulate them into one whole person that looks real and alive. Although that trick is fascinating, on the other hand, it can ruin women's self-esteem because it is impossible to get their bodies to look like the computer-generated one. As a result, when they see it, they feel bad about their bodies. The way women are portrayed in commercials and advertisements has worsened over the decades. The reason is that when women's body parts are shown to promote products like perfumes or even skateboards, society and even advertisers know it's morally wrong. However, though it is still wrong, nobody does anything about it. Advertisers leave it alone and keep promoting objects through women's body to this day, and will keep doing it. We have become so desensitized to seeing women negatively portrayed as objects and victims in ads because it is shown daily and even promoted. Women who wear crop tops and booty shorts are validated, and even adults dress their children in such clothes. We have become so desensitized because we have become accustomed to such images and even integrated them into our society. And as a result, the idea of women being victims in such ads flies above people's heads. Ms. Kilborn talks about our need to become citizens instead of consumers to change advertisements and the attitudes of modern-day culture. And I agree with this statement because women should not be seen as objects or animals used for sex. Instead, they should be looked at as valued, loved, and cared for, not merely just a thing for men to play with. The gender-sending theory aligns with the way women are portrayed in advertisements, because Mr. Lewell states in his book, Understanding Media and Culture in the 2020s, an Introduction to Mass Communication version 3, stating on page 58, this theory states that mass media determine the issues that are the most important to a society. Another way of saying this is that the media doesn't tell us what to think, but what to think about. When advertisers use women's body parts to sell their product, people mainly see the women's bodies instead of the product because that's what catches their attention. For example, brands that sell jeans such as Levi's will use ladies and highlight their butt as shown in the video. People see the product, however, they see women's butts more because of how it pops out because of the jeans. Ms. Kilborn summarizes the video stating, women have the right to remain sexy, to be a sex object. For number 2, how Wrigley's gum campaign was successful. The 3 elements that made their campaign so successful, according to Andres Hernandez, he stated that they had the perfect song, the perfect voice, and the perfect story. The Energy BBDO music team used the song Can't Help Falling in Love by Haley Reinhart. Daniel Kuipers, a part of the Energy BBDO music team, said that they wanted something more contemporary and tailored to the spot. After listening to 35 to 40 artists, they commissioned demos to the handful. Kuipers states that his instructions were to make Foster cry, and that it did. The perfect voice that they used in the video was, of course, Haley Reinhart's because it was her song. The BBDO used her voice because they thought her voice was perfect for the emotion the spot wanted to convey. Lastly was the perfect story. Wrigley wanted the gum's reputation to be about making meaningful relationships between people and by using their gum. As a result, they asked the BBDO to create another story with meaningful connections. And so the love story of Sarah and Juan was created. An appeal that was used in Wrigley's Extra's Sarah and Juan's commercial was the need for affiliation, because Wrigley's intent was for the gum to be associated with helping people form meaningful relationships between one another. Lastly, for the last prompt, was how one-way PR was done successfully and one way went terribly wrong. So one-way PR was correctly used was when the company De Beers wanted to sell its diamonds and advertise them through celebrity proposals. De Beers needed a more comprehensive range of customers in order to make a profit. As a result, they created a successful PR campaign by using celebrities and famous people to showcase their diamonds. They had them use their diamonds as a gift to give their lovers at the marriage proposal. Then they recorded it and advertised it for all to see. Therefore, because of that campaign, they boosted their PR in society and started the tradition of giving diamonds to partners during the marriage proposal. One way that PR went terribly wrong was the PR crisis in Jack in the Box E. coli outbreak. Jack in the Box served food that was contaminated with E. coli from the end of 1992 to the start of 1993, and made hundreds of people sick and even killed 4. They did not take the responsibility for making people sick, but instead tried to transfer the blame to their meat distributors, which made matters even worse. Their reputation was nearly destroyed at that point. However, they were able to quickly change the way food was prepared, so that people could start trusting and eating there again. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great night.